Welcome my dear student in this new topic, and in this topic we discuss the RAM, that is random access memory. As we seen in the last video, this in the read only memory, because we will discuss the embedded system memory present in the embedded system. There are two types of memory present in the embedded system, that is ROM and RAM. ROM, which is normally used for to store the data. The RAM is also used for to store the program as well as smallest part of data, which is normally used for read and write operation. This RAM is a working memory which is used during the execution of the processor. During execution, we mostly require the program, or we mostly require the execution instruction. So because of that, they are used. It is a volatile in nature, so the losses its content when the power is turned off. As the access can be performed randomly, the desired memory location can be reached without traversing the whole memories. It is of the following types. There are certain types of RAM, that is static RAM, dynamic RAM, NVRAM, that is non-volatile RAM. First we discuss the static RAM. The static RAM, it stores the data in the form of voltage. Normally, the static RAM will store the data in the form of voltage, and it is static in nature, that store the data is lost if not powered gradually. The nature of storing the data in a static RAM is static in nature, because as the power is gone off, automatically data will get lost. Due to which it is called as a static RAM. It is made up of the certain flip-flops. A single SRAM cell is constructed using the 6 MOSFET transistor. Structure of single bit SRAM is shown below. For build up the memory cell and to control the access to it, a single bit is stored in this 4 transistor. In this 4 transistor, that is Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, single 1 bit is stored, and for to store this single bit we require 6 transistor, 6 MOSFET here. So this is bit line in, this is bit line B. There are two operations, that is word line or the other read or write. That's it. Access to the static RAM memory cell is controlled by the word line, and that is WL, and which is to be controlled by Q5 and Q6. The Q5 and Q6 are control the connections of memory cell to the circuit line B and B dash. The bit lines are used to transfer the data for both read and write operation. For performing the specified operation, the bit line and the WL are to be enabled, and internal 4 transistors are to be charged. The 4 transistors form to cross coupled inverter. It should be continue reinforce each other. This static RAM has 3 states, that is standby, reading and writing. The standby, if the WL is not high, Q5 and Q6 is disconnected to the memory cell, that is called as a standby. If you observe in the diagram, you find that this WL, that is word line, is not activate. जैसे ये एक्टिवेट नहीं रहते हैं, डायरेक्टली Q5 एंड Q6 ये ऑफ हो जाएंगे. जैसे Q5 Q6 ऑफ हो जाएगा, this complete system is in standby mode. Okay. This is reading. To read the content of memory cell, both B and B dash are set to 1, and WL is set to high, enabling Q5 Q6. With the help of the sense amplifier, the line with a higher voltage is identified, and a bit on the line, that is 0 or 1, is buffered. This is B and B dash is get activated. This word line will also get activated. It is work in a reading mode. For writing, the value to be written in applied to the bit line, this WL is set to be high. The flip flop is stored inverted value. This WL is set to be high. The flip flop will get to the inverted value, right? Then after completing the static RAM, the next is dynamic RAM. This dynamic RAM, it stored the data in the form of electric charge. Previously the static RAM stored the data in the form of voltage, whereas the dynamic RAM stored data in the form of electric charge. It stored the data in the capacitor. The capacitor has the two stages, charge bar 1 and discharge for 0. The capacitor used to leak away the storage charge. To prevent this, the dynamic RAM cell uses the special circuit which is called as a DRAM control, which has to be periodically refresh the charge stored in each DRAM cell. The refresh operation is performed in the miscellaneous. This is a single bit, that is word line, bit line B. Unlike the static RAM and dynamic RAM cell contains of one transistor and a capacitor is shown in figure. This is the MOSFET transistor and this capacitor is to be stored. This capacitor will be stored the data what will be stored. It is to be charged, it means it store 1. It is to be discharged, it means it stored 0. The transistor acts as a gate for incoming and outgoing data and the capacitor for storing the bit. It is a more costly and has a more density as compared to the static RAM. Static RAM and dynamic RAM cell. If you compare that, we find that in the static RAM made up of the 6 CMOS, whereas the dynamic RAM is made up of the MOSFET and single capacitor, single bit, single MOSFET. It does not repair and refurnishing. It requires the refreshing. It has a low capacity. It has the high capacity. Then it is the more expensive, whereas dynamic RAM is not more expensive, it is less expensive. And static RAM, the operation is to be performed fastly, whereas the dynamic RAM, it performs operation slowly. If you go in a comparison of the static and dynamic RAM, we find these types of comparison in all manner. That is in terms of structure. If you observe it, the structure अगर देखा जाए तो SRAM cell made up of 6 transistor, whereas DRAM cell consists of the single transistor. Speed SRAM की fast है compared to DRAM. In density wise, the SRAM cell has the less denses due to the use of 6 transistor, whereas dynamic RAM it uses a single cell made up of one transistor. Volatility, static RAM cell do not need to be refreshed, whereas DRAM cells need to be refreshed. The cost was static RAM is more expensive than the dynamic RAM. This is a simple structure of the simple comparison of static RAM and dynamic RAM. Okay, thank you very much.